and he just caught up with Jazz players in the locker room a few minutes ago. Jake?
Yeah, Adam, you're right. We have been to plenty of these games, so it should come as no surprise that Bojan Bogdanovic can hit the three-pointer. But what does come as a surprise is the way he's making these three-pointers late in the game. He's becoming the go-to clutch guy, and him and Donovan Mitchell talked about his performance in today's game in the locker room.
Selfishly, he makes my life a lot easier, But as a team, I think, we all feed up for that. What's going on today? He's a big part of our offense. When he's confident shooting the ball, I told him, like I said, you can go 1 for 26. No one cares. Just shoot, and that's what he did. And he's a guy that really get going. Obviously, he struggled a little bit, but I think he's back, so we're good.
We are trying always to find a way to get a ball to the wide open man. I think that Joe had also a couple wide open looks. Royce as well. Like I said, we adjusted on third quarter the way how they defended Donovan. So.
Were you surprised after your second or third wide open three that they were still leaving you open, or is that just your offensive system working?
They were more scared of Donovan than my three, so that was their game plan. Every single team got their own game plan. So that was there. But like I said, Donovan did a great job distributing the ball for all of us.
So, Adam, this isn't really a game where the Jazz should have needed a guy like Bojan Bogdanovic to hit those shots late in the game, but they did. And a win is a win. No matter how it comes, the Jazz will take it.
Jake, I mentioned how many of these postgame sessions you and I take in together. Being in Quinn Snyder's postgame wraps on nights like tonight can be incredibly informative because he loves to teach. How is Quinn making do with what turned into a state of emergency tonight? Did he have to give them some kind of a halftime pep talk? And we know they can always make good halftime adjustments on nights like tonight.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird win for the Jazz. They looked lethargic. They were missing shots. At one point, they were trailing the rebound battle 15-5, and it took those sparks by Donovan and Bojan Bogdanovic. Really, 2 runs in this game made the difference. One in the third quarter, one late in the fourth quarter as we saw those big shots by Bojan and Donovan. And Quinn Snyder talked about his message to the team at halftime.
Well, I think the offensive rebounds really hurt us in the first half. Just those are additional possessions, and they make you, Golden State makes you expend a lot of energy in the half court guarding them, and then they go to the boards. And if they're athletic, and Cauley Stein, Chris, those guys are on the glass, and we needed to be more disciplined, just getting bodies on people. And then there were some loose balls that usually, if you're the more aggressive team, you end up coming up with those. And I thought the second half we did a much better job in those situations and then you're able to obviously to get out, and it makes the offensive end a lot easier. We turned it over early. The combination of those two things, giving the team extra possessions. I don't know how many more possessions they had than us in the first half, but it was a lot.
So a lot of negatives, a lot of improvements to point to in this game. But the bottom line is, Adam, the Jazz won the game. They can now look forward to their next game. They get a long rest at home as they prepare for the Orlando Magic on Tuesday. So 3 days rest for the Jazz. That's something they don't get a lot this season, or they haven't gotten a lot this season so far.
Well, and you bring up a good point, too. A win is a win is a win come March and April. Thanks a bunch, Jake. Jake on Jazz Detail for us tonight.